This refers to the process by which genetic information is passed from parents to offspring. This is the foundation of heredity, where traits or characters such as eye color, height, and susceptibility to certain diseases are inherited from one generation to the next. Inheritance occurs through the transmission of genes, which are units of heredity made up of DNA. Each individual inherits 2 copies of each gene, one from each parent, and these genes carry instructions that guide the development of an organism. The key concepts in inheritance include genotype and phenotype and alleles. Alleles are different forms or variations of a gene that exist at a specific position on a chromosome, while genotypes and phenotypes are a genetic makeup of an organism, which is a combination of alleles, is called its genotype. The observable traits such as eye color or height are known as the phenotype. In a classical Mendelian inheritance, traits are passed on in predictable patterns, for example, dominant and recessive traits, according to laws like the law of segregation and the law of dependent adsorbent. Changes in the population refer to the processes that lead to variations in the genetic makeup of a group of organisms over time. These changes are typically driven by mechanisms like natural selection, genetic drift, gene flow, and mutation. Over time, these processes can lead to changes in the allele frequencies within the population, which is essentially what evolution is: gradual changes in the genetic structure of populations over generations. Something called taxonomy is the science of classifying organisms into groups based on shared characteristics. It involves naming, describing, and classifying species, which are grouped into hierarchical categories. The hierarchical system is used to study relationships between organisms and understand their evolution. For example, humans are classified as kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Taxonomy helps scientists understand biodiversity, evolutionary history, and ecological roles of different organisms. Classification refers to the process of organizing or grouping objects, organisms, or phenomena based on shared characteristics or properties. Not only to organize vast amounts of information, but also to make predictions, study relationships, and uncover patterns in nature. Dichotomous refers to something that is divided into 2 distinct, often opposing or contrasting parts. For example, a dichotomous key in biology is a tool used to identify organisms based on a series of choices that lead to the identification of an organism by choosing in between 2 options at each step. A cladogram is a diagram used in biology to show the evolutionary relationships among a group of organisms. It visually represents how different species or groups of organisms are related to each other through common ancestors. Cladograms are used to understand the evolutionary history of species and are often based on shared derived characteristics that are unique to certain groups. Overall, inheritance is how traits are passed down through generations via genes.